Hello, I'm a walrus. Arsenal have announced the signing of Kai Havertz. Let's dive into what that means for the club. Kai Havertz will be bringing his 3 dogs to Arsenal. A golden retriever, a German shepherd, which might be a requirement for all German dog owners to own, looking into this, and some kind of fluffy dog that I can't figure out its breed is, but it's a dog, so that is a win. From my extensive research, there seems to be a direct correlation between the number of dogs owned and how well a player performs for Arsenal. So, with Kai Havertz bringing in 3 dogs, and using my scientific research, we can expect Kai to have more of an impact than Alexis Sanchez did at Arsenal. Or can we? You see, Havertz brings an added element that Ramsey nor Sanchez has. Kai Havertz loves donkeys.
When I was about 9, my parents gave me a cuddly donkey for my birthday. I loved this small animal so much I told my parents someday I want to have a donkey or a farm with donkeys. Then for my 17th birthday, my parents gave me a partnership with rescue donkeys. They gave me the partnership for 3 donkeys, and I could visit them and spend time with them. One day, there was one donkey at the butcher who was 8 months or 9 months old, and this guy who had all the donkeys said to me, "He's at the butcher, can you help?" I said of course. It all started with this donkey. There are now 4 donkeys next to the house where my parents used to live. My parents, my sister and my grandmother are taking care of them. They are getting more and more in the next few years.
Now from what I can tell, and I did genuinely research this, Kai Havertz is the only Premier League player that owns donkeys. This throws an unknown variable into the mix. So let's say the base Arsenal player is rated at a 5 and that every dog that the player has adds another 25% of that score onto their total impact at Arsenal. So for example, Ramsey has 1 dog, so he would have a total impact score of 6.25 given that 25% of the baseline score of 5 is 1.25. Sanchez has 2 dogs, so his overall score would be 7.5, and finally Kai Havertz with having 3 dogs would have a score of 8.75 before the donkeys are calculated. Now, to calculate the unknown variable that is his donkey, let's use the theory of Murphy's Law, which is essentially boiled down to anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Doing a quick Google search without looking into any legitimacy of my findings, the formula for Murphy's Law is U plus C plus I x 10s 20x a x 1 sin f 10, in which U equals urgency, I equals importance, C equals complexity, S equals skill, and F equals frequency. So using this, let's plug in some numbers. The urgency of Havertz's donkeys is low, according to him.
It's a very calm animal, maybe I personalized myself in them because I'm calm too. They shall all day, don't do much, just want to live their life.
So let's score them at a 1 in on the urgency scale. For importance, they are clearly important animals to Havertz, so let's give them an 8. As for complexity, I would say this is pretty complex given that I looked up the formula to Murphy's Law to figure out a joke idea of how much a bunch of donkeys will help Arsenal's new signing on the pitch, so let's mark that down as an 8. For skill, let's give that an 8 since he's the only Premier League player that owns donkeys. And finally, for frequency, let's give it a 1. Those donkeys are back in Germany at his parents' home, so he's not seeing them often. So, if we plug those into the formula we get 1 plus 8 plus 1 x 10 to 8, 20x a x 1 sin 1/10, which comes out to 1.110905549 amperes. So if we add that to his score for his dog impact, Kai Havertz will have an impact of 9.86090549 at Arsenal. Long live the donkeys!